spiritual conversation, I always say when we try to define God or trying to define love, we limit the experience because we take a truth, a concept, an idea that is non-linear, and we're trying to squeeze it through their five senses. And we say God is this, and God is everywhere, God is energy, God is vibration, God is what? Yeah, all of that. But the spiritual truth is so beyond what the physical mind can grasp. So think of yourself right now where you're sitting. What is happening is you're listening to me, your heart is beating, blood is moving through your body. Your brain is doing what it's doing. Even with my accents, sometimes you may think, did he say this or say that? But your brain is trying to help you along. No, he didn't. It sounds like something else. But all of that is happening as we speak. Something is happening in your body. We are so equipped. We are so powerful. But of course, we're being conditioned to think we're less than. We're not good enough. So when we think of being more than enough, we are more than enough. You are more than enough. And no matter what is going on, the things you've done, even if you look back and say, oh my God, I wish I did it differently. But you know, the truth about that is, what you did is what you did. When you move forward and now look at where you are in consciousness, and you look back and you judge or criticize it, it's because you have a new awareness. Because what you were doing, what you did back then is based on what you knew. People say, oh, if I knew then what I know now, oh, I would make different choices. The only reason you know what you know now is because of what you went through back then. My sister, Deborah, we were talking about that on the way here. You know, we want the materialistic things. There are things that I want. There's things I'm talking to God about. I'm really talking to myself, but every now and then I still think there's somebody I'm bargaining with. I still have that going on in my consciousness. Like, come on now, I want to do this work, but just hook a brother up. But I also understand it is what it is. Because the things that I thought I needed that I don't have help me develop the spiritual ability to trust, to surrender. We all have a gift. We're not always reminded of that. We all have a gift. And it's the gift of our creative power. We talk about enough. What is enough? Adequate for want or need. Sufficient for the purpose to satisfy. That right where we are sufficient for what life is asking of us. Right where we are, we're equipped enough to do, to be, to have what the God as us is wanting to be through us. We are enough. Even if we made mistakes. That's all it is. It's a mistake. In the movies, we go to the movie theater and we watch something and say, oh, that was great. But do you know how many times they have to say, cut, and start over again? Cut. And sometimes they record the end of it because they can't quite work it out at the beginning. And then the editor puts it together. When we watch, it's like, oh my God, that's the best movie. Oh, they did a great job. Understand that we all have backstory. We have a backstory. And the backstory, we are here to heal the one that we think is out of alignment. That's why you're here. And you have the power. I want to go to John 1, 1 to 4. In the beginning was the Word. Listen. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. I don't know about you, but there was a time when I hear that, I just hear God. But it said, in the beginning was the Word, not God. The Word was in the beginning, not God. And the Word was with God. So the Word is God, and the Word has always been, and the Word will always be. Verse 2, it says, He was with God in the beginning. He who? The Word. Through him, all things were made. Without him, the Word, nothing was made that has been made. In him, the Word was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. The Word, the creative power in you, in all of us, is the creative power to speak life into existence. You are enough. Now, sometimes on the spiritual path, we think when we grasp all the spiritual wisdom, we're collectively like, oh my God, let me invest in my life because I'm going to need this. Life is very challenging. But the truth is, when we are moving through challenging times, when we're moving through pain, when we're moving through problems, is to know that it's all part of the process. To the five senses, it won't make any sense. The word is the creative power. The creative power that is in each and every one of us. How do I know? I believe, I sense that we are truly one with God, and God is living his life, her life, its life as me. So if the word was with God and God is with me, then I am with the word, not the words of God in the Bible, the word, capital W. The power to speak life into existence, the power to love, the power to say, it's okay, you made a mistake. We can work it out. The power to say, you know, I really apologize for the argument we had last night when you said it, I felt like you were attacking me. The creative power to speak life into existence. Genesis 1 verse 3 says, and God said, let there be light. And there was light. God saw that the light was good. The light was good. And now God got a little bit analytical, like tapping into the masculine energy. See, the feminine energy was speak life and light into existence. And God said, oh, the light is good. He separated the light from the darkness. So it's when we tap in and tune in and get guidance, and we hear what we're going to speak, what we need to say, what we don't need to say, rather than, well, I don't want to mess up. Oh, I'm nervous and I can't do it. You ain't the one talking anyhow. You're just a channel. You are enough to deal with whatever you're moving through. And sometimes we feel like we're not, and it's okay to say, I need help. Your greatest power is when you're vulnerable. I'm talking about spiritual vulnerability. I'm not talking about weakness. I'm talking about spiritual vulnerability when you can open up your heart. That's what it's about. That's all it's about. See, there's so many conversations going on right now, all over the world, in the countries, different spiritual centers, churches, mosques, temples, but it's really about love. We're simply here to heal the past in the present. No matter what you went through as a child, no matter what happened with your parent, with your dad, with your mom not being there, whatever it is, you were here to heal the past in the present. You are the love you're looking for. You are the light you want to see. And the darkness is not something to be afraid of. It is just the realm of unlimited potentials. You plant a seed, it gets pretty dark in there when you put it in the soil. When we were in our mother's womb, it was dark. And then came life. Sometimes we say the dark nights of the soul. Oh, those are the best times. Those are when things are really happening. Because sometimes you're going to just go, turn the light down. Just do a Teddy Pendergrass. Turn down the light. Don't even light a candle. I don't need to see anything. You want to turn down the distraction and say, God, what would you have me do? Who would you have me speak to? What would you have me say? It's time to stop comparing ourselves. It's time to start judging who we are. When you judge yourself, you judge God. When you criticize yourself, you criticize God. When you blame somebody else, when you curse somebody else, you get to choose. The kingdom of heaven is that realm within you, really. We're in it, where there's divine ideas. Divine ideas that are just wanting to be expressed. Just waiting for the right channel. the right consciousness, the right vibration to express itself. There was a time we didn't know what a Kindle, an iPad, or smartphone was like. It wasn't part of our conversation. We're constantly evolving and shifting. And we are the light we want to see. Now, when I talk about being pregnated with an idea, because we're all pregnant with ideas. What are you pregnant with? Are you going to allow, the baby's going to be born somehow. The baby is going to come out. Now, you may fight it. I'm not ready. No, not right now. Not that I give birth. But anyway, so ladies, bear with me. I'm not ready. Don't come out. I can't even imagine what that's like. But we all have ideas. And when we feel that sense of lack, when we feel like we're missing something, we're not enough, it's because there is something, there's a void. When you make room, when you make space for that baby, for that idea, you start to see your place in the world. We're not supposed to do the same thing that other people are doing. We're supposed to add to it because we know that we are in spirit. And when you're in spirit, you're hanging with the inspiration of God, the breath of God. So there is something we're all here to do. And it's not something that we look forward to one day I'll figure it out. It's now. When we can tune in, we get to hear God's voice. We get to hear the truth. And what gets in the way sometimes is because we have unresolved issues. Don't run from your darkness. You are already the light. So whatever looks like darkness, embrace it, love it. You are enough. I want to leave you with this. Here's a story between two babies. Not really babies because they haven't been born, but it's called babies. In the mother's womb were two babies. One asked the other, "Do you believe in life after delivery?" The other replies, "Why, of course. There has to be something after delivery. Maybe we're here to prepare ourselves for what will be later." The other one said, "Nonsense. There is no life after delivery. What would that life be? I don't know, but there will be more light than here. Maybe we will walk on our legs and eat from our mouths." The other says, "This is absurd. Walking is impossible, and eating with our mouths, ridiculous. The umbilical cord supplied nutrition. Life after delivery is to be excluded. The umbilical cord is too short." I think there is something, and maybe it's different than it is here. The other replies, "No one has ever come back from there. Delivery is the end of life, and in the after delivery, it is nothing but darkness and anxiety, and it takes us nowhere." "Well, I don't know," says the other, "but certainly we will see Mother, and she will take care of us." "Mother? You believe in Mother? Where is she now?" "She's all around us. It is in her that we live. Without her, there would not be this world." "I don't see her, so it's logical that she doesn't exist." To which the other replied, "Sometimes, when you're in silence, you can hear her. You can perceive her. I believe there is a reality after delivery, and we're here to prepare ourselves for that reality." Thank you.